what our state policy is going to be with respect to people alleged to be in the country illegally, what happens to them when they are released by the Department of Corrections from our state prison. So what guidance are you giving to the Department of Corrections with regard to turning those prisoners over to ICE?
Yeah, so we've had a practice in place that if someone is a violent criminal or has a criminal record, that we're already connecting our state police with ICE. So that's already happening. The areas that we're concerned about, obviously, is we want to make sure that that it doesn't go beyond that, right? And we'll respond as we get more information. We're reviewing all the executive orders as you speak. We're spending an inordinate amount of time on that to make sure that we fully understand the issue. And again, we have people in the state that pay taxes. They're definitely baked into our communities. And I've said this publicly before. Let's get an amnesty path, and let's create a path for people who are in the state that have invested in here with their families, just like President Reagan did when he was in office.
Can I just make sure I understand what you said? You said I was asking about Department of Corrections at the point of release for people who have been in prison and charged with any of the crimes on the latest order. Are you saying our practice is going to be for the Department of Corrections to turn these people over to ICE? Because you seem to be talking about the state police and maybe a database. I think we're talking about two different things.
No, there's been a lot of coverage on this, right? Where if someone is somehow not in our control any longer, we're working with ICE. If they have a criminal, if they have violent crimes and that type of thing, we've already been doing that, Kathy.
Doing what?
We've already been notifying ICE. We're the one notifying ICE that somebody maybe have been released or in our custody. So we're already having that. We're already having that communication with ICE. As far as I'm aware, does it go directly from, I'll have to get back to you whether it comes directly from corrections or the state police, but our authorities are already working with ICE in those cases where there's crime and violent crime or drug dealing or whatever there might be. We're not looking to protect individuals that are that are creating violent crimes or drug crimes. So.
Okay. Yeah. Piggybacking off of that, there have been reports of ICE raids happening at homes throughout Massachusetts. Have you gotten any word on anything happening in Rhode Island, and how's the state plan to respond to that, if at all?
I haven't seen anything on that. I haven't heard anything currently. I think I got briefed on that maybe an hour ago. We don't have any evidence of that happening in Rhode Island at the moment.
Has ICE or the Federal Department of Justice made any data requests or requests for access on detainees related to immigration of Rhode Island or any state law enforcement agencies?
Yeah, I've been briefed on that. The issue has to do with immigration. I'm not aware of it. We certainly, if we hear differently, we'll make that known to you.
So is that a you're not aware of it, but it might be the case, or
well, I only can tell.
That it's not the case.
I only can tell you what I know. I'm not aware. I'm not aware of that scenario.